Where did we leave off last time? Theory. Let's see. Right. Let's see what we want to do now. We're working on this spawning engine, spawning logic rather, not engine. Okay. What we want to do here is object game. Maybe we should change that. I don't know. Fine, we can move it later. Spawn time. We set this up when it creates. Get the first random number. We can name this next. Set that to put the alarm countdown to the next time. And then you set the timer active because we set it, which starts it, I think. Now set and get. And it turns on. And then it activates it. Set is activated. But each step, maybe we want to I think what the problem was is this is overriding the create. I think what needs to happen is the actual setting and starting it needs to happen in the step. So if this is not, if spawn timer active is 0, then set countdown next spawn time. Do that. And then assign the variable active. Yeah, so basically we get rid of this. We get rid of this. We get rid of, we can copy this, edit, put it over here. Oh, we have it. If the spawn timer, oh, we don't have this in here. Oh, we don't have the same. Well, I try that again. Hold on, back up. Yep. So if spawn timer active is equal to 0, it's. I didn't have it in the if test. Did I accidentally do that? Or was it never like that? Let's see. Spawn timer not active. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's just spawning in infinite amount. That's not what we want. Spawn timer not active. Then it spawns it. We need to make this higher. Minimum, maximum. That gives it a min max, but I don't know if that's going to help it necessarily. I think there's something else wrong with it where it's just constantly like going crazy. Yeah. The spawn timer should create it. Oh, it doesn't create a new random number. That's why. This never happens again. That should happen every time it creates it. It should get a new number before it sets it. Well, the randomness works, but it's not long enough. Look at that. There's gaps in between, but this countdown, is it in seconds or what? Or is it in like milliseconds? Let's look. Game maker set alarm countdown. Game steps. Wow. We need a lot more steps. Do 100 and 200. I don't know what the right number is yet. I thought it was seconds. I just assumed. I shouldn't have assumed. Here we go. I think we need a wider range, but okay, so it is spawning now. It's a little much, but let's do Just spawn one immediately, probably. Okay, and so then let's go under object. And we're gonna do add. We're gonna do a collision and with bullet. We're gonna destroy it. Then we're gonna let's do that. Yep. So that'll just destroy the bullet, which is the other monster and the other. Just wait for one to spawn. There goes one. So if I do this, why it deletes the bullet. Wait. So now we just need to let's do something else. Let's do effect. Do effect. Explosion. Color. And make it a red, like blood. Random effect. I don't know what that's gonna look like. 0 to 180. I think that's gonna look like what I want to do. Direction. I might not do what I want to do. Oh no, it makes them move. I don't want it to float like that. Where's the effect at? Oh, I didn't do. Way above, yeah. I was trying to like randomize the direction of the explosion, but I guess it's not what it's really saying there. That's above 0 mark. I want it to be at the collision. How do I do that? Do you get collision point? Can you? Is there a here we go, collision X. Is that what I want? I don't know. We're gonna try it. Should that be relative or not? I don't know if that should be relative. Probably not. Probably gonna give you a world space. Oof! Failure. Okay, so that doesn't work. Dude. Check uncheck return list. Checking this means the action will create and populate a list. All instances in the collision. If you have selected to return the list. I don't want that. I want to check. I want to know if I don't know what that is. Why did it error out? See what to say. Undefined value. So that didn't. Alright, let's do a debug. Let's just do a debug here. And we can do. We do that for now. I just want to see what that. Or what collision points maybe. Let's see what that gives us. Because surely there's a way to get points you have. Undefined. So 5 collection points is undefined, and then these collection points are undefined. Constant collision points. So is Game Maker collision event? I'm guessing they're gonna like those. That's fine. We'll come back to this. That's not a big deal. We'll hard code it for now. Or actually, we're gonna put a. Can we put a comment? Is there a comment? Right. Yeah, you can. Okay. To do make explode, make explosion effect. Better positioned based on collision. I can't spell. COL. ISIN collision point. Make explosion effect better based on collision point. Yep. All right. There's that. No, we can come back to that. Let's for now just make this like see, what is that? That was 128. Did we make it 128? Yep, 128 divided by 2. They're always going to be, so it's 128, and yeah, so let's do x is 128 and y is 64. It's not always going to be there, but that's where we're gonna put it, I guess. For now, probably it's gonna be like, it could be. Actually, you know what we could do is we could randomize that. We can randomize random. So I'm gonna at least put it over that side. Where's the bullet spawn at? $50? Height divided by 2? It's 50 in. Okay, so do 50. 128 minus 50. Right? Or what? 50? It's just 50. Right? No. On the opposite side. So 78. And we can randomize this based off of we can do an integer. It doesn't need a decimal. Or I guess we could do decimal because it's gonna depend on it's gonna give it more variation, I guess. So minimum will be I don't know if I want to do it 0 or not. 0 and like 100, and that's gonna be we do what's the effect position. Effect position, and this is the Y. So then it randomizes. It's not perfect because it's not based on the hip position, but it's better, I guess. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's weird. I think it's better, probably, because then it's at least not always in the same spot. All right, good enough for now. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is we will for now I'm gonna make it. I'm just gonna make it kill it. Now I'm just gonna make it kill it, and then we'll have to come back, and what we'll do is we'll make like certain enemy types and different hit points and stuff. I'm going to destroy that instance as well. So now it'll make an effect, and then it'll destroy it. We'll need to fix that, so that way it has something else to go off of. Let's add a player. Add a collision event. Monster. We're gonna do an effect. I'm gonna do large, maybe? And color code is the other one. This one's small. We're gonna do this at before. Do center. Yeah. And then destroy instance. We're gonna destroy me. And then we're gonna do, let's see, alarm. Give me 1. Do set an alarm for that. And then we'll do on the game is alarm 1. Which server's a And alarm 1 will do start room. That way if they touch me, it's game over basically. Simple, but we don't have like a health system yet, so. Too fun to shoot him. Here we go. And boom. You're gonna restart? Sorry. What did I do? Oh wait. Alarm 0 on. This is on. game. Yeah, it's not when I did the oh, because this was local, that's why. When you do alarms, the other one you have to do. And I only have 11 alarms. I guess in one object, you have to create more objects then. 11 per object. Alright. Whoops. Okay, let's see this actually. Be 120 frames, or yeah, whatever, ticks. There we go. Make sure this timer, spawner, and everything still works. Yep. Okay. Okay, so that all works. That's working, so see what we move on to. Let's see what we got that working. That makes the basics of that. We can add a score if we wanted to. Do we want to make it a scoring thing, or something else? We make it a scoring problem or a scoring score tracker, then it's just a matter of like word mode, basically. So what do we want to do next? I haven't thought farther than this. We need to make a health system, different enemies. So we can start on that. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it today. So this is game. I should put these on the game spawn object probably. Do that. Monster spawn. This one. All this. So like copy event, paste event. That's all spawn stuff. Then the step. This is all spawn. Copy. Paste it on the spawner. This is spawning. The alarm 1 is not. So delete, delete, and delete. That's all over here now. So create. On creation of this, sets the spawn timing. Next spawn time, spawner active, then step, and then alarm. Self. Yeah, and then we can change this to change event and alarm 0. Yeah, and then over here we'll change this to it's on. How do you see what object game? Set alarm 1 to object game. Yeah, so this is 0. So that should still work like that. Now the spawner is on its own object, which is what it should have been, not on the game object. Why did I not get the... Oh, there it goes. Okay. So it's still working. Just want to make sure that everything was still working after that change. Which it is. Right, so there's that. It's on the spawner now. And so what we want now is we need an object monster. We need a new. Let's rename this. I'm guessing that will still work. Bullet. Yeah, okay. We want to make sure to update the references. So we want to create a new object called obj monster. And it's gonna have children that so it's gonna inherit all that of the known monster stuff, I think, which would be the create. Yeah. Copy. Paste. Actually, move speed is probably gonna move, but that's fine. Well, we will rearrange. There. That's an object monster. Just gonna get these from its parent like this. So it's read only now. Yep. Let's make sure everything still works. It's gonna spawn in object monster 1, but yep. It should still die, just like normal. Yep. Okay. Everything's the same so far. All we're doing is organizational changes. So it's good. So we're gonna add each monster is gonna have its own hit point. Do we have a base and then just like an additive, or how should we do that? Should we have just the total on each one? Move speed, health points. So give it a base. I gotta go in like 12 minutes. Minutos. Shorter stream today. I started late. Alright, so health points, we'll just, I don't know, go with 1,000. Move speed is that. Each monster type could have like an additional points that it throws on top of it, and that's how it gets its different uniqueness. When it gets hit with a bullet, you'll update the health points. Does that need to be on? How does that work? The set global variable. Can I set a variable? Monster. Or can I do anything on here? What? Sorry? This is the parent event. Did I still have it open? It was glitched for a minute. So to effect assign variable health points. Oh, first off, let's debug. What are the current health points? Relative, and that's minus by what's the bullet? Damage. $50? I don't know. The 250. That's your damage amount. And then so you got your monster. You're gonna do health points minus damage. How does it get that? How does it know that? Isn't it relative to that object? Are all these global? What? Doesn't seem very smart. Graceful. That's not going to be available, is it? Shouldn't be. I would think it wouldn't be. After every hit, it's gonna minus the bullet damage. If health points is equal to 0, is less than or equal to 0, then destroy. Let's see if that works like I want it to. Hello? Where'd he go? Right here. Oof. Error. Yeah, so bullet damage not set before reading it. Yeah, so this, why does it even pop up as available? Because it's not available. So what I'd have to do is object dot object. I think I'd have to do dot bullet. Why does it say object dot bullet damage? Object dot bullet dot bullet damage, or I would just say dot damage. If you needed that. I don't know. I don't think we want to. That's silly that it even shows that. Well, silly. Still? It's not the same error. Unidentified instance object index 0. Because it deleted it. Wait. It did it. Yeah, it already deleted it because it deletes it like right away. So you need you need like a bullet container with all the details on it and every bullet. Yeah. Create object. So that way it doesn't delete it. Bullet. Bullet. Parent. Container. I don't know what you want to call that. Yeah, and so then this parent, this has children. Yeah, and then the container has this. That way, that way it doesn't actually like, I don't think this destroy instance, it won't destroy. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. I'm curious. And so then if you go down here, bullet container got damage. That might still not work because it might still delete itself, the container. Maybe. But the deletion Probably should be based off of the individual object, I think. If not, it wouldn't, like... Yeah. Still can't hit it. I don't want to find index of object. Bullet container dot damage. Okay, let's try the deletion on the bullet container. This should be destroy objects bullet. I think destroy. Destroy. How about music? Basically, it's but then this is gonna there's gonna be. Is that gonna cause a memory leak with all the containers still going around? I think so. I don't know. Whoa, why are they deleting? It deletes. That's glitched. It deletes all of that. Okay, that's not gonna work either. Well, biscuits. How do you do this? Thought that would allow you to do that, but what is this? How is this different than this? I don't know how that's different. Let's see, So apparently this use range. Okay, so that's one difference, I suppose. Okay, so you can do it in here instead of doing it in the create event. A little more better. And you can change the order and stuff. Let's change this to 10. It's real. I don't know what real means. And then, but I don't. Well, okay. We'll see. This is still gonna disappear, I think. Oh. That means I can delete this, right? In theory. It's still gonna error out and think unless this does something weird. It's also still gonna make them all disappear, I think, right? Nope, nope, okay. That's based off of painter deletion. Wait for the spawner. There's a spawner, okay? Spawned in one. But when this hits, it's still gonna error out, I think, on hitting the monster. Boom, yep. And that's because so that doesn't fix that problem necessarily. I don't exactly know how to the best way to solve that is. There's probably some hacks I can figure out. But interesting problem to have. Interesting order of operations. It's almost like you have to keep track of, well, I mean, the problem with keeping track of the bullet damage, the reason why I was keeping track of it on the bullet is, what if I wanted to have different bullet types that do different amounts of damage? And if that is the case, then keeping track of it on the bullet, so that way, depending on what bullet instance you spawn, would depend on what damage you get. I don't know if I want to do that, or if all bullets are the same and it's just based on a weapon. I don't know that. Which way I'm gonna go with it? Probably make it simple like that. If that's the case, if I don't care about bullet damage per bullet instance, then it would have to be on the weapon, which would be equipped to the player. So the player would have to have a weapon. They would have to get it by default. So essentially what we would need to do is make weapon objects instead of bullet objects. Okay, so let's put this back. put this back, copy. We're gonna put it back like it was. We don't need a container a bullet container object anymore. We're gonna can we keep these? I want to make sure that when I delete this object, it doesn't go away. Let's unparent this and just make sure that that happens. So this goes away. Okay, so I do need to redefine them. All right, so speed. Oh, I guess. Well, this is also going to be determined by the weapon, but that's okay. Well, we're going to put it on here for now, and then we'll move it over as we go. So is the speed 10 and 250 damage per bullet. Yeah, so now this can go away because I have this object with these on it. This destroy instance should be on self. Yep, so I'm gonna delete. This is not gonna, okay, yep. So let's make this go away. We don't need the container anymore. Container. Yeah. Okay. It's not referenced down here. I don't know why I said it was referenced. Maybe it was still my parents. But it is referenced by this, which the health points, so we'll have to figure that out. We can't do that yet. We can't use that variable yet. Because it doesn't exist. So we need a weapon. Create object. I'm going to call this OJ weapon. Or, yeah, that's fine. We'll call it weapon now. What I was thinking of is, should it be the object be of a certain type, like a gun versus a melee? Well, I'm just gonna go with weapon right now. This is going to have the damage on it, which we put on the bullet before. So it's up here on bullet. Damage 250. Yeah, we're gonna put that on the weapon now. Yep, and we're not gonna do anything else right now. Maybe we could put a type on it later, but we don't need that. All right, so we're gonna remove damage up here. Damage is on here. Now, on creation, we're gonna give that object to the player, which on create need to use this instead. Move speed, player speed. I think it's easier to use. This interface versus, not easier, but player speed is 0. Why is player speed 0? Oh, yes, yeah, current speed. So then this goes away. Yep. So on create, we are going to object. Can we create an instance? Or can we parent the instance? How do we do that? Spawn it? We just spawn it. Spawn it at the we gotta go. Let's see, what's we're gonna do party and player. So we're gonna spawn it relative to the player. And I don't know where we want to spawn it. 64 by wait, no, Y 60. We'll have to adjust that probably. 50? That's gonna be way too much, I think. Okay. Alright, spawn object weapon there. We're gonna make a new sprite. Wait. No, we're not. We're not gonna spawn this. We're gonna... Alright, create a new... Weapons. Create a new folder for that. As GameMaker freezes. Why does it freeze to create a folder? Did it freeze? It didn't freeze, I guess it did. We're gonna... Wait. And then create... the object in here. Object. Weapon. Handgun? I don't know. So that's what we're gonna do. And then this weapon is gonna be the parent. The child is gonna be that handgun. That handgun is gonna have a sprite. We're gonna create a new group in here too called weapons. Create new sprite underscore and or 64. Sure. Turn the grid on. Create a basic pew pew. Okay. Project weapon. Okay. And then okay, I gotta wrap it up for real this time. So we can get this going. Okay, so then we're gonna do that. So we're gonna spawn this weapon. Player. Right, we're gonna spawn this big handgun. 64. And sure, I don't know if that's gonna be the right thing. We're gonna spawn it there. And then the bullet. Wait, where's the where is the okay? Relative to, well, we can't do it relative to that because it depends on what gun they have. But yeah, gun it is. We'll have to figure out how to move weapons. I'm not sure how to do that because this is, I don't know. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do object. You have to know. I don't know how to do equipping weapons yet. We'll have to figure that out because right now it's just very like, how do you know where to spawn the bullet? Because it's going to depend on what weapon it is, but there's no way for me to look up right now like what weapon the player has because it's not tied to the player. It's just creating an instance in the world. I don't know how to tie it together to the player yet, unless like maybe you could add a variable on here. Expression maybe, and then what you would do like, I don't know what the default would be. You could just leave it empty. And what an expression is. So you could just leave it like empty right now. I don't know if you can do that. Can you leave it empty? I guess it'll let you leave it empty. And then, I don't know, it's red though. Probably gonna not let it. It's giant. Look how big it is. We need to make it smaller. keeps it, okay. I don't know if it's better to make the sprite smaller or to make and figure out a way when you spawn it, change the size. That's better though, size-wise. We'll make it like that for now. Probably better to make it not what I did. So you can set this, and you could save like weapon. What just happened? Oh. And then when you when it creates, you assign, and you just weapon, you assign that to that, and then that's assigned to this. And debug. What does that give you? Doesn't show it. Know what this is? All right, we gotta come back to this. See. Yeah, weapon 0, and then weapon reference instance. Yep. Yeah. So it's 0, and then references this. So I can then look that up, right? And get, I should be able to look that up and then spawn it at that, I think. Now I have that. Player has the weapon instance ID. It's an expression though. I don't know if I want an expression or not. I don't know what this type should be. Integer. Let's see if that does it. Shows reference, but I don't know if I want a reference. The expression gives me the reference. This still gives me the reference. So I guess it doesn't matter. Because it's just setting it anyways. I don't know. This type doesn't matter. It's real. Real number accepts decimal places. Allows expressions. Integer allows expressions. Okay, well, we'll just leave it as that. It allows expressions. It shows it's a reference though, is what it shows it as. Okay, so that gives me a reference to it. I'm gonna leave those, I guess, afterwards. And then once you equip it and it's set now, Now onto the bullet, wherever the bullet went. This one. On create. No. In the step event. On create, we're gonna create it at the instance of weapon. So can I just reference weapon here, or do I have to look it up first? The reference though. So can I just do w weapon dot the sprite height? I don't know. Or should I put this relative to create an instance on whatever weapon it is? You set, what is this called? No. Answer it at 0. And the y be relative to what? The relative to the player, not the. Yeah, so it would have to be relative to the, which I can't get the. I can't. The expression. I can do an expression. Weapon. I can do based off a weapon. Object created X and Y on weapon. Okay, there we go. So relative to weapon, 0, 0. But weapon. Wait, is it weapon or yeah, weapon? Okay. 0, 0 is up here. I don't want 0, 0. I want this is 0, 0. I want it to spawn at 11. 0, 11. Come on. Oh, it always freezes when it's 0. The Y needs to be 11. See how much this blows up my face? Well, it doesn't blow up, but it also doesn't spawn in the right spot. Wait, actually it does. 0. I forgot to put the. It's over here. So 0. I wanted at 0, 0 is here. Technically 0, 0 is here. It's 15 wide to do 0, negative 16. That free. No, height. X and Y, 0, yeah, Y, and then Y, no, X, negative 16. Y, up and down, is 0. The problem is, that's gonna depend on what, gun. Still doesn't look right, but is probably because of how big the bullet is and where the X and Y on the bullet is. Yeah, the bullet is this, the X and Y is here. What I need to do is I need to put it in the middle center. That. And then it'll be closer. Or middle. And down. That's closer. I want it to be here. The Y, not 0, which is here. Zero would be here. 31. This is 0. 15. This is 0. So it needs to go 1, 2, 3. 3. -3. -3.5. Oh my gosh, it's 5:40. I gotta go. It's not my time schedule. I gotta go for real after this. For real. What am I doing? Bullet. Player. Player. Why? If right, that should get it, or it should spawn. Yeah, I mean, technically it could be a little farther, but it's close enough. Could probably make it smaller, but yeah. Okay, so that at least gets to spawning correctly. So I'll stop there. Thanks for watching. We'll come back later. We'll get the health point. We need to get the health system working, which I think we're set up in a good shape now because it's based on the weapon. We could probably just actually we could probably just switch it to wherever that's at. Health points here. The damage is now on the weapon. So you could probably just do minus object minus object dot player dot weapon dot damage. And I think that would work. I think that it's just gonna automatically work. I think. If that doesn't work, then we have to come back and fix it. But that technically, in theory, should work if I connected everything correctly. But I don't know if I did or not. See if it blows up in my face. Nope. Yeah, oh, it's working. Debug 250, and then this should knock him out. Boom! Look at that. Got it right. It takes 4 hits. Boom, 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 boom. $750, 500, 250. There you go. Sweet. I don't have, one thing we'll need to do is we don't have a health system for the player itself. So how much can he be attacked? We can add that next time. But this has a health system for the zombies now. Or monsters, what do you want to call them? We call them monsters. Yeah, that was better than I expected. I got everything wired up. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. We made good progress in weapon, health system, fix the spawning and the zombie, or on the monsters, so that way we have random spawning. Yeah, added the health system, added the effects on hit, added all the collisions for the bullets on the monsters, added the collision on monsters touching you, so that way when they touch, right now it's just, you know, immediate touch collision, it's game over. But later we'll add a health system to the player itself, and we'll add weapons to the monsters randomly. We'll add multiple other weapons, other damage types. All right, catch you later. This was fun. Do it again. Peace.